Recitation of the Holy Quran is one of the biggest sign of love of Allah. Because it is unbelievable thing that a person loves Allah Azza wa Jal and he doesn't learn how to recite the Quran. He doesn't learn how to recite Quran properly. And it is impossible that he is not habitual of recitation of the Quran. The people who loved Allah, what was their habit in the recitation of Quran? If we read the stories of Sahaba Kiram, if we read the stories of pious people, the Awliya Kiram, then we come to realize that what were their conditions. Sayyidina Usmani Ghani radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he used to recite the whole Quran in one night. He used to recite the whole Quran in one night. And Sayyidina Imam Azam radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, who is our Imam, he used to recite the Holy Quran in Ramazan Mubarak, in the month of Ramadan, 61 times. The recitation of the whole Quran 61 times in the month of Ramadan Mubarak. So the people who love Allah Azza wa Jal, they love Quran because the Quran is the kalam of Allah. That is the word of Allah. That is the book of Allah Azza wa Jal. That is the guidance from Allah Azza wa Jal. So when Allah Azza wa Jal gave us His guidance, so how can we avoid that? How can we leave that? How is it possible not to recite that? Allah Azza wa Jalla says in the Holy Quran, the true sign of the iman of a person, Allah Azza wa Jalla said, الَّذِينَ آتَيْنَاهُمُ الْكِتَابَ يَتْلُونَهُ حَقَّ تِلَاوَتِهِ. The people to whom I gave my book, الَّذِينَ آتَيْنَاهُمُ الْكِتَابَ. The people to whom I gave my book, they recite that book in the way that they should recite. In the way that they should recite. It means they recite during the whole life. They recite morning and evening. They recite at night. They recite in day. The recitation of the Holy Quran becomes the habit of their life. In the other verse, Allah Azza wa Jalla said, وَإِذَا تُلِيَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُهُ زَادَتْهُمْ إِيمَانًا. Whenever the Quran, the verses of the Holy Quran are recited in front of them, their iman increased. Their iman increased. Whenever the verses of the Holy Quran are recited in front of them, their iman increase. Because they are the true lover of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. That's why whenever they listen the Holy Quran, whenever they listen the verses of the Holy Quran, their iman increase. And they are used to listen the Holy Quran. They are used to listening the Holy Quran. In the other verse, Allah Azza wa Jalla said, يَتْلُونَ آيَاتِ اللَّهِ آنَاءَ اللَّيْلِ وَآنَاءَ النَّهَارِ. This verse is about the true Muslims. يَتْلُونَ آيَاتِ اللَّهِ. They recite the verses of Allah, the verses of Quran. When? آنَاءَ اللَّيْلِ وَآنَاءَ النَّهَارِ. During the night and during the day. During the night and during the day. They recite the Holy Quran. So recitation of the Holy Quran is the sign of love of Allah Azza wa Jalla. So we should think about ourselves. Is the recitation of the Quran our habit? Do we recite Quran on daily basis? Do we recite Quran in morning after Fajr prayer or before Fajr prayer? Do we recite Quran after Isha prayer? And we should think that we are able to recite Quran or not. We know how to recite Quran properly. Most of our Muslims, I would say that most of our Muslims, they don't know how to recite Quran. Not only in South Africa, in all over the world. Because they never learnt recitation of the Quran. They never learnt how to read Quran. So that's why they don't know what is makhraj. How should we read Quran? What are the method of recitation of the Quran? They don't know. And when they don't know how to recite Quran, so they are not habitual of that. But we should think about us. And we should think about our family. We should think about our relatives. We should think about our friends. We should think about our colleagues. every person who belongs to us, that is the recitation of Quran his habit or not. If it isn't, we should make it our habit. So if we know, if we can read the Holy Quran, we should teach to others. And if we can't recite the Quran, we should learn very soon. We should learn immediately, because it is our duty. It is a sign of our love. It is the demand of our iman. It is the requirement of our Islam. Quran is the guidance of Allah Azza wa Jal. Quran is the combination of the commandments of Allah Azza wa Jal. So we must fulfill this requirement of our iman.